go prison, or we get the probations where you have to go, get
the felony where you can't.
And they're waiting on you to mess up. So it's crazy. I mean, that's what social lynching is, and right now, what it's doing to us, now that we have social media, it's taking to a whole nother thing. Now they're messing with our mental. A lot of white people are killed by cops,
but not as many as black.
Not as far as ratio goes. Not as many as blacks, as far as ratio. But overall, if we're talking about the numbers, not the ratio, but the numbers, there are more white people killed. They would not display that, and it's two reasons behind that. It's two reasons. They're not going to display it because we make up 2 million people here, about 2.5 million people. White people make up almost 27 million people in the United States. So they can afford for one to die. We can't afford it. So we care more. We will go out in the streets and we will rally. We will, get on social media. We will talk about it. We'll raise our fist. White people don't care about when their own is killed. And I mean, that is the truth. You never see like too many white people rallying for an unjustified killing of their own.
And you're right.
You
I'm
saying,
get what I'm just thinking. I'm saying as far as like studies is when with being with the Black Panther Party, like in studies, you never seen where white people got out and rallied or did rides or.
Not in,
not
in defense of their own.
Not in defense of their own.
And it makes sense because there's so many of them to it's like, okay, well,
you getting deep now. Come on, give us some more.
So let's get him on out the way.
I knew you were going to like this topic.
That's what All Lives Matter was. They didn't care about anyone's lives. They didn't care. What they cared about was shutting us up.
Yep.
So let's incorporate everybody.
Right. And the thing is, why should we... And let me say this before I get any deeper. We had white people to open their homes to us when our ancestors was running away from the South, trying to get north. We had them hiding us in their houses. And they were supporting us in that way. You had white people that marched with us. The Black. You had white people in the Black Panthers. Ready to fight the government. You have white people that's a part of Black Lives Matter, and in no way, shape, or form will I ever diss those people.
Okay.
I love you people and I thank you people. So I just want to get that out the way.
Okay.
This has nothing to do with those type of people.
Okay.
But at the same time, a lot of them, like I said, don't care about their own. And All Lives Matter was just a way to shut us up. Like I said, they will not protest. They will not, they don't care. They don't care, and it's just time that we stop focusing on those people that has something to say, as far as y'all should shut up, y'all whining, because we've heard that for eons. We have to stop shutting up. Where's Black Lives Matter now? After the presidential election, they're gone. They don't make as much noise as they were during the elections. And that was, and whether it was for a political thing or whether white people actually won, we should not shut up. We should not shut up. I think the whole, if any case of a black man dying unjustly by a cop, Fidel, what's his name? Costello. He's one that we should not be quiet about. Tamir Rice is someone we should never be quiet about. Trayvon Martin. Last year, 2016, there was over 100 teenagers under the age of 17, unarmed, killed by police officers. Over 200. You know, if that's not social lynching, if again, we only make up about 2.5 million people. You know, they just killed 200 kids.
I mean, no development
No
from them.
legacy. Right.
It's about, development too. Because, like, you either seeing now black men are being thrown in prison, killed by the police, or killing each other. If you keep on at the rate with us just having 2.5 million, I can't exactly remember the numbers on it, but it's so many hundred per year. 100 people just killed in Chicago over 4th of July weekend. Yeah, in that one city. Like, you ain't seeing a lot of stuff on that. Everything now is about the Kardashian thing. Yeah. I made a post about that, like, you know what I'm saying?
It didn't stay on the news long.
Yeah, like, and if you think about it, our government controls that.
What happened?
I don't even know. Like, I ain't even reading into it, but it's something with a Kardashian, something about Black China. That's all I know.
No, but I'm saying about, I'm not talking
about
that.
No. But I'm saying it's like, you got it, well, if we focus on one thing, just say if Black Lives Matter, a teen was killed here again, and everybody in Mobile is uproaring about Black Lives Matter. Only thing they're going to have to do is come with some type of celebrity gossip that's on TV or something, and it'll throw half of the people's mind off.
Exactly. But that's how the government play anyway. Like, stupid shit
but while people can't
stuff
see
going on that we don't even know about.
And when you try to awaken somebody else got some stupid to say.
Only because people are drawn to drama and mess.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Drama and mess always overrules something intelligently talked about.
And that's what I say about all the time about the show. Yep. You know, for the last couple of weeks, I've been getting real serious. You know, I'm not talking all sexual and stuff like that because it's just so much stuff going on around me. You know, and I'm like, how can you shut up? How can I not feel a certain way? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But people don't want to talk about that. People don't want to hear about that.
But that goes into people being afraid. They don't want to face what's true. They'll rather have the sugar around their eyes or the blinds over their eyes to pretend like it's not going on. So instead of facing it and trying to do something about it to fix it, they want that happy-go-lucky stuff all the time because they're really afraid.
Yeah. I mean, I totally get that. But the fact that in D.C., this was sometime in March, I do believe. In March, about 20 underage girls from.
You talking about the pool party when the police did and
no. These was like all areas of throughout D.C. From the ages of 14 to 17. About 20 black and brown girls came up missing. Only a handful of them got Amber Alerts. You know, it's sad because we don't even get Amber Alerts. Hawaii, when Hawaii came up missing here in Pritchard, we never got an Amber Alert.
Yeah, searches were already going on.
Yeah, because they were saying somebody had to be a certain amount of time. But I get an Amber Alert every day about
from somebody out of town
for a little white girl.
Yeah.
For a little white girl.
The same day.
The same day. I was in California. I'm sorry. I live in Florida now, you know. And I kid you not. They have Amber Alert signs. And
when you go on
the highway, they got the little billboards and everything like that. And they got the little girl's face. So if you see her, you know what to call. I have yet to see a little black girl on that billboard. The only thing that we get is little
most wanted
sheets in Walmart.
That's months after.
Months after, right?
That's
all we get.
Yeah, that was in school.
where people walk by and don't even pay attention to that wall. You know, that's the only thing that black people get, and it's like I said, it's that messes with the black man's mental because it feels like nothing we do
is ever good enough.
Will ever get us anywhere.
You
know, and you get it comes to the point where we're talking about, even though we're going to be living in the United States, you got people that don't want to deal with white people or at all. You know, we've come to the point to where we're on social media and we are calling I mean, we're telling white people to stay out of our business. We don't even want white people in our movements anymore. You know, that's how frustrated we are. And that's only because of what media and the government is doing to our minds. It's like we just want to seclude ourselves now.
Yeah, the race card is going to forever be played because I
Always.
think the
It will
government, you know what I'm
always.
saying, is going to always bring back something up that's going to trigger somebody's mind, and it's going to keep stuff going. It's just...
I was watching. Go ahead.
It's another lady, you know about her. She do commentaries, and her name is Loyalty. And she was talking about the Castile guy that got killed, and she was like, now, she was talking about social lynching as well. And that's when I started saying, you know what? And the whole time I wasn't even thinking about this, how the white people used to force their kids to watch them hang. Okay, so she was like, the whole time when they was investigating, did nobody have any video proof? And now that the man that got off, you see all this video of him getting killed everywhere. And she was like, do y'all know what that's going to do to our minds? Do y'all know that's going to make us angry and we're going to start retaliating and doing this and doing that? And she was like, do y'all understand that this is exactly what you said?
Right.
And a lot of people don't understand it.
Right. The thing is, get the cop out. You know, after we done calmed down, cooled off.
Yes.
You know, free the cop, release the video.
Yes.
And that's the formula. Get them mad all over again.
Yeah.
You know.
And you know,
Yes.
they say in this country that you're not supposed to be able to try a person for the same crime twice, right?
Right.
But that's a lie. My partner, Edmund Burke, doing 36 years right now. He was charged federally for a drug case from right here in Pritchard. The feds threw it out. Well, the state picked it up first because the state have to. The feds picked it up. I mean, the state dropped it, the feds picked it up. After the feds dropped it, it's supposed to have been over with. The state came back, picked it up, and he wound up getting 36 years.
But it's
But,
in
but
a
you
lot
can't
of,
charge with the same case, though,
Yeah.
as they
Yeah.
say. I guess that's for whites
and a
only.
lot of young
Yeah.
people, they don't even know anything about this or what's going on.
Right.
They just know that I'm angry and I don't know why. Keep going down your timeline. That's why I tell people all the time, I'm not doing it. I just post and keep it moving because I know I'm gonna see something that's just gonna totally just trigger something in my head to make me, feel a certain way. That's why I had to stop watching the news because. Okay.
I think they do it because they know one thing about our people. It's sad to say, and I say it, I don't give a fuck who get mad at me. But we are very materialistic people. See, these people make us think that black people started living from slaves. They'll never tell you about your ancestry
kings and your
from
queens.
history, you know what I'm saying? If that was being taught in history class, then, you know what I'm saying, you would have people, you know what I'm saying, knowing I'm a royal, you know what I'm saying,
That's
black
right.
man. I'm not, you know what I'm saying, no little scum as
That's
you try
right.
to portray me and
That's
my
right.
people, you know what I'm saying? I ain't been getting whoopings all my life. I did when I was a child, but I'm talking about like, you know.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? Our people, like, guess what? If we mad about something, we saying, okay, we going to stop spending money at the mall for this many days. Let a new pair of J's come out and see how
They
many
right there.
us going to be in the line compared to
I
the white
understand.
folks in the line. You know what I'm saying? So the materialistic things, you know what I'm saying, too, throw us off. Because just think about it, if somebody else, like remember we was talking about the little bush that Amber Rose had on. You throw that on now. Okay, now she got a bush. Now you got motherfuckers worried more about pussy hair than they worried about, you know what I'm saying, what's going on in real life. Like, it be shit happening in the city. We got an election coming up. Ain't nobody even really, well, you got some people that's studying the election that's is going to affect you and you know about being awoke. But you got other people over here, oh, well, I can't vote anyway. I can't vote. I'm a felon. Guess what? But I can get out there and tell other people to vote. You know what I'm saying? Let your voice speak for
Spread
me.
the word.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Don't just be, because you got a felon on your record that you just let these white folks feel like, oh, I can't do nothing now in my life. That's a lie. I had to prove that to myself. Because, you know what I'm saying, when I first got a felon, I was like, damn, I don't have a job now for real. I got to do something. Man, I got back in school. I'll be graduating in September. I'll be a certified chef. I started my own business. You know what I'm saying? So it's your mindset,
It's your
and you
mentality.
can't be stuck on materialistic stuff. Because if your mind's on materialistic stuff, get what? You're going to start doing whatever it takes to get that materialistic stuff because you ain't even put yourself in a position to make the money to buy that stuff.
Yep.
So if you can't buy it, then guess what? You got to
Gonna
either
steal
go out
it.
there and sell some ass or you're going to sell some dope.
Yep.
And either way, you know what I'm saying, they're going to try to get you in the system. I be trying to tell the young black boys, especially my sons, stay out the system. Like, you don't want to be in that shit, because I'm telling you, it's so hard to get out of.